Hi everybody, welcome to January 20th to January 26th of 2020. We're going to be pulling general messages for all the signs, but we're going to front load with astrology like I did last time. I'm going to timestamp below in the description box. If you're not interested in this part, I'm going to go through a couple of transits that are happening in the sky, and then I'm going to pull a couple of astrology tarot cards, the Black Moon Tarot, for the general messages, and then I'm going to get into each of the signs. Okay, so starting on the 20th, we have the sun entering Aquarius, guys, at 9:54 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So just apply that time to wherever you are on the planet. So the sun's going to be in Aquarius from the 20th of January to the 18th of February. And during this cycle, we're going to be especially motivated by a hunger for knowledge. Knowledge, experience, originality, something different, innovation, doing things outside of the box, that box that we normally function in. It's just more important to us than doing things as we have been, or maybe how we should be, because it is Aquarius. It's really out of the box, right? We are becoming more aware in this energy of what's outdated in our lives, and we'll be pushing to find new perspectives and new approaches to ways of doing things. To just structure, think about the structure that we've been feeling, right? Under Capricorn, right? It's been like very structure. There are like class distinctions. There's a sense of order that Capricorn finds really appealing, and that we really needed, right, to get this ball rolling, but now seems to be a bit too rigid to all of us. So the freedom of self and the individual is becoming really more important to all of us right now. And we're all feeling it in different areas. I did mention the houses that we're all going to be, and I've mentioned the houses in a couple of videos now at this point, that we're all going to be working through this year. So think about what I'm saying in relation to whatever house it is, right? So if you're Cancer, everything that I'm saying, you're going to be thinking about how to do relationships differently. If you're Virgo in your fifth house, you're going to be thinking about your hobbies and things that you do for fun differently, and you're going to be looking at your relationship with your children differently, right? It depends on where this is placed. Okay. And I'm just going to keep talking about it probably for the rest of the year. So, but it's really about us striving to free ourselves from some restrictions and inhibitions and limitations that just feel really, really constraining rather than safe. Because for a minute it felt safe, but now it's not safe anymore, And then on the 24th, we have the new moon. New moon in Aquarius, 4:43 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So the new moon in Aquarius marks the beginning of a new cycle for sure. The Capricorn new moon cycle ends, and this new moon cycle begins. And in Aquarius, it's friendship, group activities, socials pursuit, any sort of group gatherings, projects, trying something new, joining a new group, any sort of humanitarian effort actually even falls under this, but all of these things are going to be more of a focus than they have been. So there are new beginnings regarding any of these areas, right? Just really getting out there and getting involved in stuff. And this is a time during which we should solve problems that require thinking outside of the boxes, as I've been talking about. Really look to the future with a brand new positive and hopeful vision. Brainstorm, socialize, just focus on how things are going to be just moving forward, and expressing platonic love for those around us, and giving our emotions and our passions a break as we develop more objectivity and some detachment from past hurts and past haunts, and just connecting with friends, guys. Like seriously, if you don't have friends, then it could be your family, it could be your colleagues, but it's really embracing friends, family, neighbors, any group activity, anything like that really can be focused on here in such a beautiful way, right? So reaching out to people in your social circle, reaching out to your tribe, and just like recognizing here the value of those friendships and those networks. And also though, recognize at some level, guys, these people are kind of like your ticket out of, I'm going to call it stage one. I'm going to call January stage one. It's month one, it's stage one of this new shift into this new life, into this new cycle. And I know we've all been feeling it. Oh my gosh, right? It's been big. It's been big. Obviously, depending on where it's hitting you, it's going to be a little more ground shaking than for others, but you definitely want to be looking at your rising sign for this one, guys, for sure. Absolutely. All right. But these friends and family members and our group are going to be helping us to be able to have a sense of detachment from whatever is challenging us to break away from, because there is this breaking away, right, with Saturn and this transformation with Pluto. So we're really going to be needing to rely on our friends, our family, our hobbies, other activities to pivot our thoughts and our attentions to just give us a breather so we can start to heal and move. It's stage one. It's stage one. And with this potent Aquarius energy, we have the chance to make progressive changes in our lives. For some of us, circumstances are such that we need to pay more attention to these matters rather than divert our attention. It does depend on the placement. Now, this phase of the moon is going to be happening at 4 degrees and 22 minutes of Aquarius, affecting people born with personal planets and points at approximately 0 to 8 degrees of the fixed sign. So that would be Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius most significantly. We're all going to be feeling it, but those 4 signs and those degrees are going to be feeling it really much more profoundly, okay, than anyone else. So let's pull a couple of Black Moon Tarot to get a collective message of what we have as we enter this last part. I'm calling it the last part of phase 1 here. 3rd house, okay. It's about communication, messages. This has to do with Mercury, right? So especially like Gemini and Virgo. Saturn, of course. Oh, Saturn, I don't know. Getting a little tired of you now. And it just started. Okay, so we have Saturn and we have 3rd house messages, okay? So the 3rd house messages, again, anything mercurial. So this is how you think, feel, write, communicate, anything like that. This is you needing to look at how you're communicating, assess if you're communicating effectively enough, if you are not being too harsh, you know, if you need to change things up in the way you communicate. Now, the fact that we got the 3rd house with Saturn says that you're going to be getting in touch here in this 3rd house energy with something that's very old and outdated. Saturn does that anyway, but you're going to be getting messages, synchronistic messages coming into your life that's really going to be highlighting what really needs to go, what like literally has become like necrotic. Do you know what I mean? Like dying skin. I hate to say it like that, but it's kind of like that in a way. It takes a long time to happen, but when it happens, it just starts to like fall off, right? So this is what's really happening here. And Saturn with the truth, I mean, you know, this says it might feel bad now, but it's going to be resolved. Saturn's the planet, it's the planet of the Reaper, the Lord of Karma. And this, it's a rainbow planet, represents what's tangible and solid in our lives. The Greeks called Saturn Kronos. So a lot of you guys might have heard Kronos and Saturn being used interchangeably. So we could thank the Greeks for that. And Kronos was the father of Zeus. And Kronos devoured his children to prevent losing his throne as the king of the gods. So Saturn in astrology is often referred to as the god who ate his own children. Isn't that lovely, right? Because of the energy of this planet seems to show no mercy. But Saturn is not exactly cruelty. It simply points out what's true and cuts away what's delusional or no longer useful in our life. So, I mean, this is definitely a time where you're going to feel challenged. We're all feeling it anyway. This is like, I'm like preaching to the choir here. You guys all know this. But it's time to make it or break it, guys, for real. I mean, the fact that this came up is important. Life may seem harsh and very restrictive right now. The truth of the matter is you're facing an enemy who may be yourself right now. And Saturn shows us that at times it's in our better interest, you know, not to have those things we want. And that if we were to have them, it could only ultimately lead to our destruction. And that really is so true. So if this is a time for any of you where you're feeling sad, or if you're feeling hopeless, realize that it's all about the diligence and sticking to what you believe in, adhering to your goals, to what you know is right. As this is a period in your life that emphasizing toughness and work is really important. It's all about not giving up and following through, and there's so much goodness on the other side of this. So much good. So we're going to be looking at stuff that's got to go. Yep, that's what we have, and that is the astrology section, guys. Let's pull some cards. Hi, Libra. Thanks for sticking with me. Let's get right into your messages. General messages for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for January 20th to January 26th of 2020. Guys, these are general messages. It's okay if this message doesn't fit. We can't get you every time. Just try not to make it fit. That's not a good thing to do. And remember, the energies can be flip-flopped. And you want to make sure you check for your rising sign, your moon sign, and your Venus to get the most complete story for you, okay, during this time period. So let's see what the crowning is. Building blocks. Okay, nice. Let's put these guys here. So, Libra, I mean, you're making changes right now that will affect everything in your life in a positive way. I mean, this is about destiny kind of stuff. Now, for those of you who are here with a relationship on your heart, because I'm going to speak about relationship and I'm also going to speak about career. When this energy comes up, though, for relationships, you have to know that you're attracting new relationships into your life right now. And you're solidifying the ones that you already have by building them on a foundation of honesty and just humility, clear communication, and just a genuine desire to really know each other, you know? So you're moving towards laying the groundwork for a relationship with the firm footing that will ensure that it can withstand any storm. You know, long-standing relationships are also repaired and strengthened in this energy. You and the other person are stronger and wiser and just more powerful together than apart, you know. But now is the time, you know, for all of you, even those of you who are not in the space and not open to relationship. Now is the time to address the cracks in the foundation of your life, okay, wherever that might be. So maybe your values have changed and it's time to strengthen your convictions and let go of the things that no longer serve the vision that you have for your life. Or maybe you choose to ignore the signs that a situation or an agreement that you've entered into is not right for you. It's just really an energy of removing the rotten pieces and reinforcing your core moral strengths and integrity. So this is definitely a time for rigorous honesty. You're called in here to renovate and upgrade your consciousness. And you're going to be so happy on the other side of this when you do. You don't have to be afraid to replace what's really like not solid in your life. You know? Yeah. It's good advice. Good advice. All right. So we're going to pull a Celtic cross spread. A little different than we've been doing. And then we're going to do a little bit of a longer love read at the end, guys, because I've been getting a lot of requests to extend the love portion. So we will do that after we pull for general everything, right? Because not everybody's in relationship. Not everybody's here for career. Let's just pull the cards and I'll give the different interpretations for different situations as we go along, okay? All right. Okay. All right. So we have the Page of Fire as the current foundation right now. So the Page of Fire, it's reversed. So this is the Page of Wands. This is a new beginning of motivation and passion, being very excited about moving forward in a new cycle, because it's a page card and page is the young end of the court, right? Now, because it's a court card, this can represent you, someone you're dealing with, or just the situation. But there's this lack of movement forward, right, with a person or a situation. So this could have to do with you feeling like there's no forward movement in this next cycle that we're all feeling in your job. You not feeling wanting to be in this space where you are in this next cycle of where you are in your relationship, apply it however you see fit, but really not feeling very connected and making the decision here. We have the 8 of water, and because it's like this, it means that it is reversed. So as the reverse, the 8 of water, this is you knowing that you need to walk away from something, but having a really hard time actually letting go of it. So there is definitely like a connection here that you're just not able to sever once and for all. Okay. And there's a reason for that. And let's see if we don't figure out what that is. Now, crowning you, we have the Hierophant reverse. And the Hierophant reverse energy is about, first of all, the Hierophant has to do with our religious beliefs and our spirituality and whatever that means to us, whatever we tap into for our higher consciousness. And that could be very, very different for everyone. Doesn't really matter, though. This is about you going back and revisiting your thought process in a very critical way and recognizing that the way you've been thinking up until now maybe hasn't been serving you the best, and that it's time to update and reevaluate and reassess your definition of relationship, your definition of family, your definition of home, your definition of career, a happy career, what does success mean, all of these things. So this is a pretty big major arcana energy. But this is a very healthy one. I don't mind the Hierophant in reverse because it has you questioning your value and your moral compass. And I think we should all do that every now and then, right? Because we grow. As people, we grow. And, a lot of times we grow faster than our ideals or thought processes are updated, And then in the foundation, we have the King of Fire. This is the King of Wands. This is a Cancer and Leo energy. And I like this energy because the foundation, having Cancer here in the foundation is like having like a home vibe, metaphorically speaking. Home and love. And Leo is about I'm fun and I'm fiery and let's go. There's a lot of passion here in this foundation. It's like the kind of passion, though, that you feel excited about because you feel so at one with it. You know what I mean? And that's how I understand the King of Fire to be. And this is your foundation. So you might be very, very excited about something right now. Libra, this idea, this job, this relationship, this situation, whatever it is that you're in. But it's actually it's putting you into a space where you need to reevaluate everything that you've known to be true up to this point. It's like this thing is waking up in you. It's absolutely waking up in you. But it's waking up in you because you have made some sort of agreement with yourself or with spirit to actually turn away from something as it was, but you're not able to fully let it go. But whatever it is that you were turning yourself away from the way it was, it's because the passion wasn't there anymore. And it wasn't able to come onto this next cycle with you. But that doesn't mean that you didn't have it in your belly to try to change things. 9 of Wands reverse, self-imprisonment here. Really kind of like in this space of recognizing that you have fought a hard fight, that you should have some juice left in you for it, but you just don't. And your will to stay in this situation is pretty much non-existent at this point because you're exhausted mentally. And there's this delay, though. For many of you, there's a delay in moving out of it. But this is not easy energy for you to deal with. This is you right now, 3 of Earth. You're very busy, very busy, very busy, Libra. Building something over in the corner, something, I don't know. You're building something here. The 3 of Earth. This is the 3 of Pentacles. This is Mars in Capricorn. That's the Astrological Association. So when we talk about Mars, this is a big battle planet, and Capricorn's ruled by Saturn. So this is all about going in and doing the hard work that you have to do. Like nose to the stone, as they say. But you know what? This is such a great, it's like completely necessary to build a strong foundation with this. It's doing what you need to do. It's figuring out what you need to make that next step. Because after the Three of Pentacles, we have the Four of Pentacles, which is about somebody who's like saving the money, watching their money, kind of in this self-protection mode. And then Five of Pentacles comes after that. Oh, I feel like I don't have enough. I'm scared. But then Six of Pentacles is like, no, honey, don't worry. You have enough. And you're with somebody who has your back, and there's support here, and you're getting together what you need. And then it just grows from there. But it all begins here. Like, this is where the story really begins, in this energy. So that's where you're at right now, is definitely like this new cycle that you're looking to build. Now, an energy external to you, it says an external influence, is the Justice reverse. So you're feeling someone is treating you unfairly. So if this has to do with a relationship, this could be your partner just not understanding where you're at. This could be a family member, one of your children, a good friend just not getting you. For those of you that are understanding this having to do with work, just to like backtrack a little bit, I'm getting that there was a lack of passion. You really wanted to turn your back on the path, the trajectory that you were on in your career. Not that you wanted to abandon the profession altogether, but you started to get into, moved into the space of really reassessing what you wanted for your career, and then suddenly feeling super, super excited about this new idea having to do with your career or the trajectory of your career. So you're all about building, you're all about planning in that planning stage. But now I'm getting here that you're just not feeling that things are fair. And there's a fairness, an unfairness that's external to you. This isn't you being unfair. This is an external influence to you. Okay. Now the fear position, we have the Five of Swords. So 5 is conflict, right? So this is an air energy. And what is air? Air is words. Air is truth, right? It's communication. At the very least, right? Yeah. And it's not happening here. This is arguing. And this is the kind of arguing that it's like a battle of the wills, kind of. It's you know what it is really with this energy? Because understand, this is a Venus in Aquarius energy. All right. So what is Venus? Venus is our truth. It's our intention, what we want for ourselves in our love space, in our heart space. And, it's how we view money, right? Beautiful, right? And then what's Aquarius? Ruled by Uranus. Boom, surprises, something coming down the pike that's going to be impacting this Venus area. So some sort of truth is going to be coming down, while lack of truth is going to be coming down, and how we do things differently. Okay. And so there's this idea of something changing in your life that you're arguing about, but it's this shift, and it's going to be impacting your heart space, and it's the need to do something differently. You're being pulled to do something different, but you're fighting over this with someone, whether this is a partner, a business connection, a family member, whatever it is. You guys are just not seeing eye to eye on what the truth is. And then as the outcome, we have the Six of Earth, which is the Six of Pentacles. So I like this because this is about having each other's back. This is about having each other's back. At the end of the day, you guys having each other's back, which is pretty much what the building blocks, the crowning oracle said, right? So the Six of Pentacles is getting help, first of all, financially. This could be some of you, if you're maybe opening a business or you're starting some sort of new venture, getting some sort of financial assistance. If it doesn't have to do with that, it could just be your partner helping you out right now financially. If it doesn't have anything to do with finances, it's about just having each other's back. And if this doesn't have to do with an intimate partner, it has to do with a friend, a family member, just feeling supported, like you have the support that you need. Okay? You have the support that you need. It's there. It's there for you to take. Now, the fact that you have in your near future the Love reverse, the Love reverse is just telling me that the love is there. You're being surrounded by it, but you can't see it, and you're not tapping into it. It's like you don't like how it's being offered to you. It's not that it's not there, but you don't like what it is that you're getting. You don't, and whatever that means, why I'm being called to say that. I don't know if it's a style of loving, or maybe there are a lot of conditions surrounding it, or their ideas and ideals regarding how they see life is very different from yours, right? So it's creating this conflict. This could be you moving into a space in your work, and you feeling this need to build, and having these promises made, but it's just like nothing's really culminating for you. It's still not feeling quite right. Something's still not feeling quite right. Could have to do with where you live, right? Let's pull Ace of Water. Nice. Okay. Wow. Very clear. Ace of Water. This is an Ace of Cups. This is a new beginning, having in your heart space, right? So you're going from this space of love in reverse, which is you not recognizing how much support you have, how loved you are, how very important you are to someone or to a situation. But a conversation is going to be happening. Conversation is going to be happening for sure in this Ace of Water, and this is a new beginning. Now the Star card. We love the Star card. Okay, I mean the Star card is about healing, right? But this is, now keep in mind, this is an Aquarius energy. So Aquarius is ruled by who? By Uranus, right? And Uranus is about boom, surprise, explosion kind of thing. So something coming down the pike, right? That is really going to be very, very surprising. And, and remember, it's like, Aquarius is this air energy too. So, I mean, there's going to be communication, and there's going to be communicating though in a different way, figuring out something different so that healing can happen, because the Star is about healing. But it's healing through communication. It doesn't just kind of like, boom, fall in your lap. Everybody's, got butterflies and roses coming out of their ears, right? It's communication is going to happen. But this is the card that I'm really excited for you about, because this totally goes in alignment with this Hierophant. I mean, they're almost the same energy. Because the Hierophant has you looking at your belief system. The Messenger of Water is things coming in very serendipitously that are going to have you thinking about how you process your emotions and how you feel about things on a very deep personal level. How you feel about, but this is the thing, the Messenger cards, it's about the stories that we tell ourselves about this area. So it's the story that you're telling yourself about anything that speaks to your emotional space. So what's the story you've been telling yourself about how a relationship is supposed to look, what a healthy marriage is supposed to look like, what a solid career is? Because these are all things in our heart space. What's a healthy family relationship supposed to look like? What is a solid friendship supposed to be like? And this is you getting in touch with all of these things, right? But questioning all of them, recognizing that there are areas that you need updating in, because you're changing, and your thoughts and your processing has to change with you in order for you to end up where you need to go. But the result of this is going to be very much connecting into this love energy in order to turn that right side up. So I'm glad I pulled qualifiers on that. Yeah. Pretty clear. I mean, you are building. This is like building a new piece of you, Libra. You are absolutely going through some sort of transformation. I mean, we all are. And, we've been talking about it. You guys are a cardinal sign there with Aries, Cancer, Capricorn, yada, yada, talking about all of this. The cardinal signs are really going through the greatest change. They really, really are. They just really are. And I actually think that, Libra and Aries are feeling the greatest push, the greatest squeeze, and the greatest transition right now. I just do. And I think Taurus and Pisces are feeling it the least. So depending on what you have in you, but, that's just my interpretation of it. So let's pull a Whisper of Love Oracle for those of you open to love, in love. Don't know how this is going to go. Never do with the oracles. Again, don't try to make it fit if it doesn't fit. I love you. These are powerful words. Well, that doesn't take much explaining, right? Beautiful. I love you. Those are powerful. These are powerful words. Isn't that the truth, though? Yeah, arguing and all of that. It's like, but I love you. It's like, okay. It means a lot, you know. The real love is there. That's lovely. Really beautiful. All right, so let's pull 3 of these guys and let's see what's up. And we'll pull some Island Wellness and some clarifiers. Okay, the first one says, let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. Then on the other side, we have secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. Okay. And then we have trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. So, Libra, I don't know. Somebody admiring you from afar? I don't know. You would know that, not me. Although, maybe not, because it's a secret admirer. Duh. Let's see what the Island Wellness Oracle says. We can always count on these guys for a little bit more of a direct pointed message, because I feel like oracles, they just don't get very specific, in my opinion, you know, and I like to get into like the meat and potatoes of it all. Wedding rings, girl with a snake, the Phoenix. Okay, who has a wonky situation going on in relationships out in the Libra, out on the Libra landscape? Well, wedding rings, obviously, it means union, wedding, soul connection, getting married, everlasting love, promise, right? So we have this with the I love you. Okay, great. Then we have the girl with a snake. This is empath and narcissist paradigm. Being charmed or used, enable boundaries. And then we have the Phoenix. New phase, rekindling, renewal, transformation, growth, changed mind. So what I'm seeing here, it seems like you guys were in a very, if you're resonating with this, you were in a very, very toxic cycle. You guys are having this rekindling, this new phase, this transformation. And we have the wedding rings. But the secret admirer. Now, you know what? I mean, honestly, keeping it real, so what? You know, so what? I mean, if you have I love you and you have the Phoenix here with the wedding rings, right? Yeah, okay, you guys probably went through something and you were probably on some sort of like, if you weren't apart from each other, you were probably on some sort of mental space break. And maybe this allowed this energy in. I don't know. But when we have let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space, never claim. I mean, to me, that's like a healing energy. What we said, love never claims, it simply allows and gives. And then we have trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation. You know, but look, I'm always going to say, and I say this all the time, you know, when I see the empath and narcissist paradigm, you know what, guys, honestly, if they really did have NPD, and I don't mean like the characteristics, like a couple of them, you know, to have 2 or 3 out of 9, a lot of people have that. It's not the end of the world. They just, you know, might be a little challenging in relationship. But if they have like 5 out of the 9 qualities, you know what I'm saying? Like they did you dirty, there's deflection, there's gaslighting, there's all kinds of cheating and having babies with other people and stealing your money and feeling fine about it and feeling way too comfortable to insult you and make you feel like garbage and controlling and all of that. Keep them in the past. Keep them in the past. Honestly. Because what, you're going to be the Phoenix, you're going to rekindle that, you're going to go to a new phase only for it to cycle back around again to that. So that's just for those of you dealing with somebody like that. Right? But it does indicate the paradigm, right? So just those qualities. So let's see what kind of narrative we can get underneath it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So the Two of Pentacles in reverse with the Nine of Swords reverse. So this was somebody not giving you, in the narrative of this leading up to this, I'm getting that there was a situation where this new cycle was not able to start. It was just not able to start because the page is a core card, and this could be you, it could be them, or it could just be the situation. So it doesn't actually really matter, right? But when we're dealing with the pentacle energy with the page, this is the earth of the suit of earth, right? So this is just like somebody saying, you know, I cannot give you the connection that you need. This is like shutting down in that. There was a lot of anxiety surrounding it, but I like it better in the reverse because this indicates the hardest part is over and you just started to evolve out of it. And then either you or them started getting very real with themselves. The moon reverse energy is an awesome energy, I think. I always say I have a very Jungian approach when it comes to the moon energy. This is about unpeeling layers deep inside of you that, or them, that really getting deep in touch with things that you haven't wanted to admit to yourself. And I kind of feel like it was you because we did have that messenger card, we had the Hierophant reverse, so, but it could be them as well. It really doesn't even matter, but this is somebody digging deep and being very open and honest about flaws, about you know, tendencies to be reactive instead of responsive, anything like that that could get in the way, right? And then you guys having this kind of reconciliation in a way where it's you guys are there for each other, and you know, that's what the Six of Pentacles is. Helping each other out, having each other's back, you know, but you're not really sure what that means. You're just not sure what that means moving forward. You're just not sure. Like this is kind of like pressing the pause button, trying to figure out where everything is at right now. And the Three of Wands really has to do with, okay, where am I going to live? You know, where am I going to kind of plant myself next? And this decision needing to be made. But there's a lot of passion here. There's a lot of passion here. There really is. The King of Wands is very passionate, very motivated, and just very excited and just full of gumption to get something going and moving forward. And then we have the Five of Cups energy, which is way more positive in the reverse. I do like this. This is you recognizing in the reverse the two cups that are still standing. So maybe there were issues in the past, but you know what? You're recognizing the value in this connection with this in the past. And you guys are creating your own new truth. Again, the swords are words. It's communication. It's truth. And the Queen is coming in and just laying it down. Being very upfront and honest about what needs to be done. So, I mean, this is a great energy. The Queen of Swords is a Virgo and Libra energy. So think about Virgo is very pensive, earthy. Libra, right? Beautiful air. I mean, this is just, the Virgo is just such a grounded but critical. Like there's a lot of critical thinking going on here, right? And then Libra's all about fairness. So we have to sit and do some serious thinking about what's fair and what's not in this connection. And it's from there that compromise grows, right? So that's what's happening here. And I just feel like that's going to end up rebuilding and repairing whatever needs to be rebuilt and repaired here. Because, I mean, come on, I love you. These are powerful words. Yeah, nice. Okay, my friend, that is what I have for you, Libra. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye-bye.